No cars.
No contract.
No cars.
The days tick past, but those on this picket line remain defiant.
No contract.
No cars.
These workers at GM's Detroit Hamtramck plant are among some 49,000 people to take industrial action, and many are preparing themselves for the long haul.
The mood is still really good. We've had a lot of support. People are still upbeat. We realize this could be a long strike and it could take a while to resolve, but we're here to the end.
A steady stream of cars blow their horns in support of the strikers.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Many here point to a sense of betrayal. 10 years ago, GM received some $50 billion from US taxpayers when the federal government acted to bail the company out of bankruptcy. Workers' pay was frozen. More temporary workers were brought in on lower wages, and plants were closed. The company roared back into the black. In the last 2 years alone, its North American operations made more than $20 billion in profit. And many here say it's time those profits were shared.
We did so much, we sacrificed, a lot for this company. We haven't had a raise in 10 years, and we sacrificed that. So now the sacrifice is over. Everybody understands this, and I believe we're all on the same page. We're in this together.
The workers here say they are ready to stay on the picket line for as long as it takes. But each day here costs a day's wages. So they remain hopeful an agreement can soon be reached and that they can go back to work. Relations were further soured this week when GM dropped healthcare coverage for striking workers. The union is working to close the gap, picking up the cost to cover workers. But the process is no small task.
We are enrolling for health care because General Motors has cut off the health care for our members. They could have extended if they wanted to. But right now, it's a strike, all-out strike.
Talks are continuing. The UAW says GM's proposals still fall short in key areas. The announcement that GM would lay off workers at a company plant in Canada shows the strike is taking a toll.
If you're losing 50 to 100 million a day, that'll add up.
Michael Martinez is a journalist at Automotive News. He's been looking at the impact the strike will have on other companies and suppliers in the region.
So the longer the strike goes on, the more you're going to see the ripple effects happening here in Michigan and throughout the country. Likely, it would need to be a couple weeks before you start to see suppliers really laying people off. It remains to be seen how long this could last, but both sides seem pretty dug in.
How long this strike lasts is indeed difficult to predict, but those here appear determined to see it through. Dan Williams, CGTN, Detroit.